All right, so we are still in Unit 2, and of course, Unit 2 discusses the use of digital media in the age of technology for businesses. Okay, so your first assignment um, was pretty much focused on digital a digital assignment where you are looking at a chat between a customer service representative as well as a customer for a specific company. And I don't know about you, but there are times when I just don't feel like dealing with the chat, the chat assistant. And with those, they're not live humans, operating. So that can be rather frustrating to deal with. And then, of course, when people are behind technology, meaning that they're, not face to face with you, or they are not speaking over the phone, it takes a lot of discipline, to on both ends to type and be courteous, even when you're dealing with frustrating issues. So, I know we've gotten used to a lot of these forms of communication with companies, with customer service. But, it's still important that companies realize to offer other ways of communicating. There are also companies who do not offer, telephone service for customers, and there as well as, just face to face, maybe just communicating via email. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure how true this is still, but I know Cash App is one company where you cannot necessarily get in touch with a human. I remember years ago when I signed up for DirecTV to watch on my phone, I was not able to get in touch with an actual um, person via phone, and I had to communicate via email. So when you're dealing with situations about billing and those kind of things, that's frustrating. So I'm not sure again if those companies have changed their policy, but in a world of ever changing technology, companies still need to realize that there are those customers out there, who are not well versed in technology, who are not comfortable using technology, discussing private information like bank accounts or what have you. So I hope that assignment was able to open your eyes to just the way in which we're changing in terms of dealing with customers, depending on what side of the side of a business you're on, be it you're the customer or be it you're the worker. But companies do need to realize that there are still ways to deal with things old school. Okay, even teaching college, we have the Zoom meetings, for students. If my students need to communicate with me via phone or what have you, those options are still there. You lose a sense of interpersonal communication skills when you're not necessarily dealing with people face to face or even verbally over the phone. Okay, so this particular part of the chapter focuses on social media. And as you are navigating and exploring this chapter in the book, it offers some good learning objectives. It's going to discuss 6 common uses of social media for business communication, explain how to develop a social media strategy and social media content, which is very important, especially nowadays with so many small businesses. I believe during the pandemic, small businesses rose tremendously. People had to find a way to make money, or even those who just always wanted to have an outlet to share, you know, um, their business, their creativity, their ideas. Social media has been instrumental in doing so. Okay. So many people have gotten famous, off of social media. You have your YouTubers, you have those who just create content on Instagram. So it's definitely a strategy a lot of businesses are using. I remember, prior to all the advertising on social media, it was pretty much about socializing with family and friends, classmates, colleagues. Now, social media looks like this big advertising giant. To me personally, it has become cumbersome. There are just times when I'm on social media, I just want to be on social media without having to deal with the advertisement. But people have to realize that in order to monetize and pay people, they need advertisement dollars, right? So social media, while it's been used as a strategy for advertisement, some people have actually shunned social media because of it. It was an escapism from advertising and television, but now every video you look at, right? Um, it's some type of advertisement there. So while social media has become this big platform to help grow businesses, there are definitely going to be some inconveniences for users of these platforms. Three, the common types of social networks used in business. That's important. Again, I think Instagram has really become one of those areas where, just small businesses or uh, creators of content and, depending on your industry, it's been used to really focus on business advertisement and growing small businesses. The algorithm, of course, for a lot of people, it's really it's upset a lot of people. I don't like the algorithm anymore of Instagram. Now I'm logging in and it's like TikTok where you see you can't just scroll. And now it's like an endless scroll. It's going to always be billions and billions of content because I'm quite sure we're in the billions with Instagram in terms of how much content is on there every day. And for me, it's a nuisance. So I don't use Instagram like I used to. At least with my Facebook, I can kind of calm that down just a bit. But you know, the businesses have definitely taken to social media to help grow. So again, there's this catch 22. Um, for blogging is really it's really popular. Blogging has been around, for a very long time, pretty much since the onset of the internet. I blog as well. Well, I blog, but I use it for my creative type of content, and I enjoy it. I don't do it from monetary gain. I do it because I enjoy it. So, but keep blogging in mind, okay, for part two of your assignment. Of course, we have Twitter, and just other ways, the wiki. But even though I'm speaking of Wikipedia, or wiki, Wikipedia is part of wiki. Wiki has different types of elements now besides just Wikipedia, but never use Wikipedia in college for research, okay? Because anyone can go in and change the majority of that content. All right, so again, this chapter is going to just explore ways in which companies are or have integrated social media in their businesses. It's a great chapter. Even if you're a small business owner, you want to get your own content out there, this is for you as well. It's still important to be educated on how to approach these platforms. So as I'm scrolling here, just make sure to take time out, to read as much of the chapter as possible. The first part of your assignment for the social media assignment, you will have to have read the chapter, okay? So I'm encouraging you to read the chapter, or this part of the chapter, excuse me. And as we're scrolling here, crowdsourcing, collaboration platforms, there's so much out there when it comes to the way businesses have embraced social media. The cooking videos, those are probably some of the most popular content on social media. I do follow one, I think it's called Nourishing. Sometimes the food just looks extremely good. I'm not big on mimicking everything that I see when it comes to great ideas, but I get it. And I get the concept of just being able to know that information is there. So again, as you are exploring this unit, just be mindful that you are going to need this information to complete the assignment. I look forward to seeing how you guys answer your responses. The detail and the and your responses, of course, you're going to be graded on that. But you're also going to blog. You're going to have a chance to create a blog for part two of the assignment. Okay. And, we have tables in this chapter that discusses, ways in which businesses use social media. And as you're looking through here, you might um, focus on certain ways in which your own company may use these platforms. Is it for operations, intelligence, relationship building? I think on Instagram, a lot of it is relationship building. So, at least from what I see. So I find it very interesting. And that's one reason why I enjoy this book, because it keeps up with the times. With changing times, we have to have material that's readily available to us. So I'm a huge fan of this book. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this mini lesson, and I hope you enjoyed the assignments. I don't just create these assignments just to make you do anything. I really put thought into what I want from you out of these assignments. And I really hope that you're gaining knowledge, and you're being practical with these assignments and using them outside of class in terms of what you're learning. Maybe this chapter can help you operate your small business, or a start to, how to go about your small business. So. All right. So any questions, as always, feel free to contact me.